During my walk this morning, I was thinking a lot about the really big moments in my life, the really catalyst moments, things that have happened to me, happened around me during my life that I just never thought I was going to face. Certainly as a young child, my dreams of my life were very different to the life I actually experienced. But I think the bottom line of that is we're really here on the earth plane simply to learn. And during that learning time, we may be praying for all kinds of different things. We may be praying for strength. We may be praying for courage. We may be praying for abundance. There's all kinds of things we could be praying for, or more love in our lives. When I was very young and very shy, which still really is an innate part of my nature, hence why you don't get too many YouTubes out of me. I prayed a lot about being more courageous, I guess, because the people around me, especially my dad, was very courageous, very loud and straightforward and opinionated and in your face, and everybody knew exactly what my father thought about everything. But there was a courage there, a braveness there that I longed to have in my life. What I didn't realise was, because I kept praying for courage, I didn't realise that the lessons I would bring were about survival. And so I brought a lot of people to my life that brought me really big catalyst moments where I had to learn how to survive. I had to learn how to usually get out of the situation, survive the situation, and rise above and beyond that situation. Now, this has occurred many times during my lifetime, so I guess I must have prayed for a lot of courage. So when I looked over my life, as I said this morning, I was looking through some areas of my life, and I feel quite amused really at the way the energy of the universe works with us, because it always sends us exactly what we need. And maybe those things that we need aren't very pretty at the time. Maybe they come in all kinds of forms that you didn't imagine they were going to come in, forms that you never imagined you would have to survive or find the courage to get through. But deep within us is an ability to adapt, an ability to accept, and an ability to transcend beyond whatever that lesson is, whatever that crossroad is. And every 9 or 10 years in our life, we go through another chapter. We often look at the partner that's in our life, and we sometimes look across the room and go, I don't quite know how to relate to you anymore, or I don't recognize you anymore, or I don't recognize myself in this relationship anymore. And so we reach these moments, don't we, with these crossroads or these watershed moments, often where everything is falling down at the same time, where nothing is feeling actually aligned with us. And so we, in those moments, really have to move ourselves out of the world, out of the current situation emotionally, and move into ourselves emotionally. And in moving into ourselves emotionally, we have to then visit with the question of, who am I in this moment? And why am I behaving in certain ways in this moment? And that can last a period of months. So I just wanted to say, some people stay stuck in situations for years at a time, which is a really sad thing to witness. It's a really sad, depressing thing to witness, to see a person that just cannot take another step forward. But most of us are able, if we withdraw from the situation emotionally for a while, to then begin to navigate across our heart in a different way and ask ourselves some really important questions about what is it that I need to do now? How can I make these changes for myself now? Which usually boil down to, I want to feel more happy or more loved. And so when we have those moments, we need time to process those moments. We need time to go, you know what, I just can't do anymore. I'm handing this all up to heaven right now. I'm releasing it up to my angels and to the greater universe. And I'm going to just take some time to rest, recuperate, and restore. And as I rest, recuperate, and restore, I know that all of a sudden these little ideas and these little parts of myself that maybe I haven't visited for many years are going to rise up and grab my attention. And some of the things that even our work situation, often we get to a period in our work situation where we go, this just isn't working for me anymore. This isn't what I need. This isn't good for me. I'm not traveling well within this. I don't feel inspired. I don't feel nourished. When you're feeling those things, then there is work to be done. There is work to be done on yourself in terms of, okay, so if these are all the things I'm currently experiencing, how can I begin to make change in my life? And what is it that I need to change? So when we take a moment to step back into our true nature, which is really love, what wants to come from that love? How does that love, that the nature of yourself and all the lessons you've survived want to show up in the world? Because often what we do is the person we started out to be and the person we've become through all our learning and through the various situations in our life, we've often sort of copied ourselves off many times. And so at some point we have to get back to the original copy, which of course, as we know, the original copy was perfect and magnificent and beautiful. So somewhere inherent in all your learning and all your passages of struggle, you have been honing these amazing skills. For me, I guess I've had to work on courage, and I guess maybe I'll be working on courage for the rest of my life. But I think courage can be shown up very much from what you've already survived, what you've already get through from one day to the other. Because let's face it, just living every day, raising your families, keeping a roof over your head, paying the bills, all of those things, that's hard work, and it actually takes dedication and courage. So as I tap in now to where I'm at in my life, I realize that my body of work, or the gifts that I have, are ready to show themselves up in a different way. And therefore, I have to follow that feeling that is calling me towards how that needs to show up. Because thinking about that a bit further, your angels and your guides are never wrong. They're never going to take you down a path that is wrong for you. That path, as long as it comes directly from your heart energy, directly from the spirit of you, can never, ever, ever be wrong. Yes, we make difficult decisions in our life, but we make decisions that are based upon the learning we've decided to do. And once we've done that learning in that chapter, we usually have to move on to the next chapter. Just like turning the pages of a book, we have to get to the next chapter. So over the next few months, take a look for yourself at where you're at, how you're feeling. Have you lost your hope? Have you lost your faith? Is there some part of you that you need to tap into? A part that perhaps is less used in the world than it needs to be? Is there some part of your beautiful nature that you've never given permission to, that you would like to share with this world before you go? You know, there's a beautiful saying, and people know who know me that I've read a lot of Wayne Dyer books, and I've not only read them once, I've read them several times. But he uses this beautiful statement, you know, don't die with your music in you. Don't die with your music in you. Whatever your music is, whatever your gifts are, and we all have them, find a way of showing them up in the world. It doesn't have to be center stage. It doesn't have to be with zillions of people if that's not what you want. Just share along the love. Fill your heart up with love. Decide that you really want to give love to your life in every direction. And once you start working from that premise, from that place of focus, everything you need will start coming towards you to help you with the journey you need to have. We'll talk more on this very soon. And just to remind some of you that have been asking me about some online meditations, yes, I am getting to that. We will bring 2 or 3 meditations up to YouTube so that you can tune in and use them for different things. We'll do one on health, one on attracting love, and one maybe on attracting abundance. So looking forward to talking with you all really soon. This is Wendy sending loads of love to you, and hope you have a wonderful day. Bye for now.